How you going, guys? Welcome back to Fat Fords and episode 24. In this episode I'm going to be fabricating a cover for the passenger side firewall. This is to cover the area for the air conditioner inlet. Now before, as you know, this is a Mustang firewall. So before, in the Mustang, it had a series of panels which basically joined the firewall across to the passenger side shock tower, and in this compartment you had the battery box and you had basically a cavity for the air conditioner inlet. Now because we're not using shock towers and we're not using conventional battery or anything like that, I just simply wanted to fabricate a cover that would blend into the firewall and it would sort of match into the design of everything. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to fabricate that, and basically what I started with is if you have a look at this this photo, you'll see what I'm talking about. This is the actual a picture of the actual firewall on the passenger side before I went ahead and started the cover. And so what I did is I bent up a bit of solid steel dowel into the shape. It's going to be like that, and that'll give me the profile of the bottom of the cover. And then the top of the cover just simply has to follow the curve of the plenum as it comes across to the left hand side. So anyway, so that's all in time lapse, and we'll go ahead and play that now, and hope you enjoy it. So I've been mucking around for the last couple of hours making this piece here, and for what it is, it goes on here, just basically underneath the heater box. And the reason for making that, obviously we're coming off the Mustang firewall. Originally the Mustang had a fairly big piece that would come down here, curve under and go back to the actual shock tower. Got a piece of it here. So this is it here. and it would sort of sit here kind of. Had another piece that went up which I've already chopped off, that's all mangled. Yeah, and the battery would actually sit on top of this. So because we're going with a totally different design, what I'm going to be doing is just having this piece here like that, and then there'll be a flat piece going over the front of it. And what I did is I cut out that what that is a drain. So I've cut that out of the original piece, popped it in there, and later on got this this drain thing here, which I think it pretty much just kind of like pops in there like that. So if any water does get in there, it just basically drains out. So anyway, what I'll do is I'll attach it in position temporarily, and we'll have a look at it then. So there it is. I've got my Clecos holding it in position temporarily. And then the plan is basically just to sheet metal over here, just flat sheet metal coming along the top, curving down to this outside edge, and then the plenum cover obviously joining it. So I'll probably put like a lip, probably put a lip on the top of it, so when I put the plenum cover on I can just spot weld into it. So I think that should work. So now that cover that I've made, it's been welded in completely, and the black is actually a 2-pack epoxy primer. So I gave it a good prep and then put a couple of coats of 2-pack epoxy on it, and I did all inside as well, so it's fairly well protected. But I'm going to go over it again with some proper seam sealer around any of the joins, any possible places that could get moisture in, and then I'll seal over the top of that probably with a 2-pack before I put the plenum cover on. So as you can see, I've removed all of those little panels that you saw in the photos. They're over here on the bench, already showing surface rust. It's amazing how quick it comes. Actually, so what I did after I made those is I decided to go out and buy a little sheet metal folder. I got this one here. It's only good for really small jobs like those panels that I made. I think its maximum capability is 1mm steel, so we'll see how we go with it. It was only $300, so I thought I might grab it because I did spend a fair bit of time on those ones, clamping it to the edge of the bench and using pieces of timber and whatnot. I mean, I got the shape I wanted, as you can see, but would have been easier with a proper sheet metal folder. But anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed, and if so, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like and share, and I'll finish off with a few scenes of making these bonnet hinge mounts. You'll see in the time lapse that it had a tab that came over the screen. I can't even remember why I put that there. I think it was because I thought that the pivot point was going to have to be just above the windscreen, but the way it looks now, I'm going to be fine with it this way. So that's the passenger side one, and so the reason I'm not welding any of the stuff in is I've got to make sure that everything inside this plenum is perfect before I go welding stuff on top, because I'm not going to be able to get in there and do a proper job later on. So I'm sort of fabricating things, trial fitting them, and then putting them aside, so that very soon I'll take this wiper motor out and I'll probably sandblast inside this plenum chamber, and then yeah, give it a few good coats of paint and then seam sealer, and then we'll be good to go. So thanks for watching.